Y&R spoilers. Allie dumps Noah. Heartbreak opens door to Audra reunion? The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Heartbreak for Noah Newman could mean that a reunion door is open for Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver. The news broke recently that Days of Our Lives alum Lucas Adams has been recast in the role and that Noah is returning to GC. However, will Allie Gwyn Abbott, Kelsey Wong, return too, or have the two called it quits? Noah Newman's history with Audra Charles. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that when Noah returned in 2021, and was played by Rory Gibson, the character had come home to surround himself with family after a woman tore his heart into two. That woman ended up being resident vixen, Audra, who was a newcomer to the show at that moment in time, too. While Audra was hoping for a reunion with Noah, he ended up falling for Sweeter Than Sweet, Allie, and the two eventually ditched GC for Europe in 2023. While Noah and Allie had been mentioned in storylines, here and there, they have not been seen on the show since. With Noah's impending return, it's hard not to speculate that he'll get pulled into Audra's web of lies the moment he hits town. Especially if he and Allie had a bad breakup. The Newman family factor. The Newman family has never exactly been fans of Audra's, but her recent stunt to try and break up Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, and Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, has caused a ton of drama. Plus, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, isn't happy with the fact that Audra's sloppiness exposed their plan, not to mention the fact that she failed in her mission. So if Noah is vulnerable and gets dumped by Allie, making it the reason he returns home, will Audra swoop in and take advantage of this? Seeing Noah with Audra will drive Claire bonkers and upset the rest of the Newman fam jam. Especially if Noah takes the bait. Young and the Restless fans know Genoa City rarely allows couples to ride off into the sunset without some detours, heartbreak, and messy entanglements. Noah Newman and Allie Gwyn have been the picture of sweet stability for some time. But new spoilers suggest their future may not be as secure as they once thought. With Noah's past and Audra Charles lurking in the background, could Heartbreak pave the way for an explosive reunion that no one saw coming? Noah and Allie's fragile foundation. Noah Newman has always been portrayed as the sensitive artist. A man with vision but also a heart that's been bruised and battered by failed romances. When Allie entered his life, it felt like Noah had finally found balance. Their love story wasn't riddled with betrayal or manipulation. Instead, it was built on shared understanding, family legacy, and a fresh start. But for long-time soap watchers, a relationship without conflict is a relationship waiting to implode. Allie, though sweet and loyal, has often been written as Noah's support system, rather than as her own independent player in Genoa City drama. That dynamic is starting to show cracks. Allie is ambitious, thoughtful, and still discovering her place in the Abbott family empire. Her bond with Jack and Tracy is strong, and she's slowly learning what it means to carry the Abbott name. But when it comes to Noah, she sometimes feels like she's standing in the shadow of his more complicated past. Especially when that past is named Audra Charles. The ghost of Audra. Audra wasn't just a fling for Noah. Their relationship had depth, passion, and a fiery chemistry that burned too hot to last. Their split was messy, and when Audra returned to Genoa City, it wasn't just as an old flame. She returned as a power player with secrets, schemes, and an unapologetic hunger for success. Though Noah has sworn that he's over Audra, his unresolved emotions are hard to ignore. Whenever Audra slinks into the room with her sharp tongue and seductive smirk, Allie notices Noah's subtle reaction. It isn't always attraction. Sometimes it's anger, frustration, or even guilt. But it's something. And for Allie, something is enough to make her question whether Noah's heart is truly hers. Allie's breaking point. Allie has been patient with Noah, but patience can only stretch so far. Sources hint that a confrontation is looming, one where Allie finally voices what fans have suspected. She feels like she's competing with Audra's ghost, even if Noah insists otherwise. The breaking point may come after another tense encounter between Noah and Audra. Perhaps they'll argue about their past, with Audra pushing Noah's buttons the way only she can. Maybe sparks of passion ignite again, leaving Allie to witness just how raw those emotions still are. Unable to bear the weight of always wondering if she's second best, Allie may decide that walking away is the healthiest choice. Her heartbreak won't be loud or vengeful. It'll be quiet, deliberate, and gut-wrenching. She'll tell Noah that she deserves someone who is fully present, not a man haunted by what once was. Noah's world crumbles. Noah won't take Allie's decision lightly. For him, Allie represented stability, forgiveness, and the kind of uncomplicated love he thought he wanted. Losing her will sting deeply, And he'll question whether he sabotaged his own happiness by never fully closing the book on Audra. This heartbreak could send Noah spiraling into reflection. Does he chase Allie, begging for another chance? Or does he confront the undeniable pull he still feels toward Audra, the woman who challenges him, excites him, and infuriates him all at opportunity? If Allie walks away, fans know Audra will be the first to pounce. Audra has made no secret of her ability to manipulate situations to her advantage. Whether she truly wants Noah back or just wants the satisfaction of reclaiming what she once had, Audra thrives on chaos. The twist here is that Audra may not even have to scheme too hard. If Noah is reeling from Allie's departure, he'll be vulnerable. A vulnerable Noah plus a predatory Audra equals a dangerous cocktail that could ignite into a reunion full of drama, lust, and betrayal. Audra could position herself as the one who truly gets Noah, reminding him of their shared history, their electric chemistry, and how boring life felt without her. Whether she's sincere or self-serving doesn't matter. Noah's heartbreak makes him susceptible to her allure. The Abbott reaction. If Allie dumps Noah and Audra swoops in, the ripple effect through Genoa City will be massive. Jack and Tracy have grown protective of Allie, seeing her as a bright spot in the Abbott family. Watching her heartbreak will devastate them, and they may turn their anger toward Noah for not appreciating what he had. On the other hand, Victor Newman will have his own opinions if Noah reunites with Audra. Victor values family loyalty but has never been shy about pointing out his children's weaknesses. To him, Noah falling back into Audra's arms may look like a foolish repeat of old mistakes. Victor could issue stern warnings, setting up a clash of generations. A potential triangle. Of course, this being the young and the restless, the writers rarely make things so simple. There's a strong possibility that a messy triangle will emerge. Allie may try to move on, but she won't be immune to jealousy if Noah and Audra rekindle their flame. Meanwhile, Noah could find himself torn between two women who represent very different sides of his identity. Allie, the grounding force, the family-approved partner, the safe love who offers stability. Audra, the dangerous spark, the challenge, the woman who pushes him into passion but also chaos. This triangle could span months, giving fans the slow burn drama they crave. What it means for Noah's future. Ultimately, Noah's journey may not be about choosing between Allie or Audra, but about choosing himself. He needs to decide whether he's ready for grown-up love that requires commitment, patience, and healing, or if he's still chasing the high of toxic passion. If he chooses Allie, he'll need to prove that Audra's ghost no longer haunts him. That could involve a dramatic confrontation with Audra where he closes the chapter for good. If he chooses Audra, he'll need to brace himself for the fallout of choosing the more volatile path, and the judgment from his family. Conclusion. A door opens, but at what cost? If Allie does dump Noah, it won't just be a breakup. It'll be a seismic shift in Genoa City's romantic landscape. Allie will step into her own storyline, finally free to grow without being tethered to Noah's baggage. Noah will be forced to face the consequences of never fully letting go of Audra. And Audra? She'll revel in the chaos, ready to reclaim center stage. The heartbreak may sting, but in true Y&R fashion, it will also open doors. Doors to new triangles, explosive confrontations, and maybe even an Audra-Noah reunion that no one is truly ready for. Because in Genoa City, love never dies. It just changes shape, often with a broken heart leading the way.